Hey Duck fam, are you ready to unlock your Ducati's performance?
In this box is the Up Map T800 Plus.
Meet Up Map, a game-changing tuning solution for your Ducati.
In this video, I'll show you how to install this in just a few steps.
Now let's talk about that.
My name's Tim.
And if you've seen our previous videos, then you'd know that I just got done putting this no-named eBay exhaust system on my bike. Now, while this has been a great experience, love the extra sound, the extra personality, there is one issue that I've been dealing with. And it's not that, but that pesky little check engine light. Now, the reason why the check engine light is on there is because this bike, my 2022 Ducati Streetfighter V4S, in its dirty livery, is equipped with an exhaust servo, which is located behind this panel somewhere. And from the factory, it was hooked up to this, which houses the catalytic converters, the muffler, and servo actuates these little cables here. Now, the science and everything behind what all that does for the bike is probably a little too dry for most of our audience. However, keep it simple. It allows the bike to stay noise compliant in the higher RPMs. What we're doing today is we're going to install this Up Map. Now, this is a tuning option that is highly recommended by my local Ducati dealer. It's actually what they use when they install a Akrapovic exhaust system or other aftermarket exhaust system on bikes there at the dealer. And you can go to Up Map's website and be able to pick up your own. Now, to install this system, after you get this, you're going to want to pick up a cable. Now, there's two different types of cables. Make sure that you know which one or you need for your bike. There is two plugs. Access the diagnostic plug. You'll have to remove your seat, which I have already done. There is two 4mm Allen keys that are up underneath the seat, so you'll have to fold the seat back and undo both of those. Now, right here is the plug that I have. It's the yellow plug. There is a black plug on some models, even ones that were delivered here to the US. I had already removed this, but when you pull your seat off, if you have not accessed your diagnostic plug before, it'll be tucked away down here with this black plug. All you'll have to do is lift up on the clip, right? Lift up on that clip right there, boom, and pop that off. Another thing to keep in mind is if you don't ride your bike a lot, you're going to want to make sure that you're plugged into a trickle charger. This process can take a little while, so it's highly recommended by the dealer to plug it in, because if the battery dies during this process, you will have to trailer your bike over to them and beg that they fix your bike. They can, but it's not a good feeling if you have to wheel your bike on into the dealer and go, please fix it, I broke it. So now, slide that on in there until it clicks. Boom. Now, this is going to automatically power on up. Set that off somewhere where it's not going to move on around. I'll hop on over to my cell phone and continue the process there. You're going to want to download the Map app, which there's a QR code on the package, or you can just go to whatever Apple store, Android store, whatever store it is where you get your apps, and download the Up Map. Now, step one, connect device to motorcycle. We're going to devices. We're going to add a device. I accept the terms and conditions. There's a lot of disclaimers basically saying that you can go and break your bike. We've accepted the terms and conditions. In here, it goes through and it does a step-by-step process on how to do this. It's very simple. Right here, it's going to go and show you that to show you where the plug is. We already know that because we've already done that. So now it's telling us to go ahead and connect the device. We have connected the device. Boom. Saying turn on the ignition. The ignition. Boom. We've turned it on and we have checked that the run stop is in the run position. It's saying to make sure that it is in the run position again. This must be extremely important, so make sure that you do this. Okay, so now it's found devices, and I want to make sure that I am in my race mode. I don't know why, but I just want to make sure that whatever tune gets applied here, that it's done to that. Now, it has found the device through Bluetooth, and that number there is the serial number. You can double check it or whatever. However, I know that I'm the only one over here with an Up Map. So if I was in a shop situation, I would want to make sure to verify that I have that I'm connected to the correct device. So we're going to configure. Choose the brand of your bike. Ducati. Okay, so now we're downloading the firmware. And this can take a little bit. This might be when it's a good idea to go plug your bike in. All right. So now what we have here is it's found my bike, and boom, we go and confirm the end configuration here. Before I go and upload the map, I want to make sure that I put the bike on a charger, just a trickle charger. That way, like I said before, the battery doesn't die during this process. It can take a while. So I don't have a trickle charger, but what I do have is a battery charger here, which I guess it could work as a trickle charger, as it has a 2 amp/5 amp mode. If you are not aware of where your battery is on your Streetfighter or Panigale, it is located underneath this cover. So we've got 4 3mm Allen head screws. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this off, and I'm going to hook my battery charger up to the battery before I go into the next step of this process.
The handy helper.
All right, so now that you have all your screws loose, there is some Velcro underneath this cover that helps hold it all together, so it can feel a little resistant. You're not going to break. Go ahead, just gently up with your thumbs. Don't use any metal tools, as you will go
And scratch your face.
All right, so now with the battery cover and battery hold down out of the way, we can easily access the positive and negative terminals to hook up our battery charger. We've got the battery tender hooked up to the battery. You can go ahead and proceed with the next steps. Now, the next steps will be choosing what tunes that I'm putting on the bike. All right, so after you've gone here and selected which bikes, it's going to go ahead and tell you what is compatible with your bike. And now there's OEM options, which basically is just a remap of what is, you know, if you haven't made any modifications to the exhaust or the air filter or anything like that. We're going to skip right past those. We are not interested in that.
Nope.
We're going to find an exhaust system which closely resembles the one that we have. Now, I'm assuming that this system was based off of some mainstream systems by looking at the design and characteristics of them. But there's some Terminoni exhaust systems in here, Aero systems, which I actually think this one's modeled after. So now, making sure you choose the tune that closely resembles what you have is important due to back pressure. All right, if you take out the DB killer or put in the DB killer, it is highly recommended that you tune or map with the appropriate tune due to the extra back pressure. Okay, now we do not have any DB killers in this system, so we're going to go ahead and click on this Aero tune, All right. So now we are going to go ahead and click add to cart. There is a code that you can put in. If this is your first time using Up Map, they provide you with a code, a Termy gift. After you've paid, it'll go ahead and download the map. And then this is why it's really important to just hook your bike up to power. We have confirmation that we have purchased. Now, it is highly recommended that you put your phone in airplane mode during this process. That way, it does not get interrupted at all by anything. Okay, so now we're gonna go back over here and time to re-flash the bike.
Yippee!
Now it goes ahead and shows you your voltage here.
That's good.
And now I think we hit this button, and we're going to click on maps. And there it is, the arrow SRM torque. We're going to click on that. Now we're going to go press install. And it says, would you remap your control unit with new map? This is from Italy, translated over in English, so it's not possibly going to make sense. But we're going to click confirm. And now you go through another checklist. It wants to make sure that your Up Map device and cable device is connected. We are indeed connected. We have an active internet connection that we are close to. We do. Then the Bluetooth is turned on your device.
Yes.
And now, dashboard turned on. Dashboard is turned on. And the run stop button is in the run position. We're going to press go. And now it's going to do all this crazy electronic.
Oh, I want to hit the bike. I mean, the
Throw
bike
it
will...
to me there. Perfect. All right. Sweet. There we go. Good. Good form. Good form. No. Tune is done. We're going to go ahead and press close. And I think that now we cycle the key off. And to know for sure whether or not it is done, it will say Racing Pro right there. We have the tune. Let's go, fam bam. Really, really cold outside, but take a look at this. So now, within Up Map, you can see real life telemetry data as far as like a lean angle sensor, your RPMs, the temperature of the bike, as well as battery voltage, speed, pack, throttle position. Which as soon as we get the temperature up to operating temp, we're going to go ahead and give it a couple whacks of the throttle. Okay, so now one of the benefits that you have of using Up Map is that with the unit connected, if you have any engine errors on the dash, you can go ahead and delete those like a check engine light. So I had one because I was running this exhaust system without the exhaust servo hooked up. And so I had that check engine light. Now I just got done going in here and clearing it, and it's no longer there.